Time for our Honda game summary. Look at the top of the order for the Brewers, including Ryan Braun back in the lineup after missing 3, and he's been on all 3 times. Castillo with the Cubs 2 runs on a home run, his first of the year. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves.
Just one 3 up, 3 down inning so far for Edwin Jackson. He came back in the 3rd. A big double play ball in the 4th to get out of a jam. Guessing this will be his last inning of work. Pitch count has to be getting up there.
Up on the rooftop today, enjoying the afternoon. It's breezy, but it's warm and late spring-like. Estrada didn't necessarily agree with that call. 1 and 2. Got your Major League Players of the Week. Any guesses?
Well, Yu Darvish?
Nope.
No.
Chris Davis.
Oh, yeah.
10 hits, 3 doubles, 4 homers, 17 RBIs in 6 games.
Word. How about in the NL?
Clayton Kershaw. He went 2-0, 16 innings, and an ERA of 0. Estrada strikes out.
Not shabby. Clayton Kershaw off to another great start. Happy anniversary, Henry Aaron. This is the anniversary of
714 or
715.
715.
Yeah.
1974. Aoki has 6 consecutive hits. Going back to yesterday.
One single last time. Was thinking about it again here. One was really cheating in on him. Wendelstedt, the home plate umpire, has been generous down. He's had a pretty big zone. There's been some real questionable calls down that he's called strikes, not so much at the top of the zone. Aoki, one of those guys that can show bunt, get you to cheat in a little bit, and then slap it by you with that inside-out stroke. Talked earlier in the ball game about how the elements affect a pitcher. And obviously, with the wind blowing out, you think mostly in terms of the home run, the ball hit in the air. But sometimes when you're in the ballpark and there's a lot of wind in your face, you have a tendency to overthrow because the ball coming out of your hand, it doesn't feel real crisp. It feels like you really got to get through that to get the ball to home plate. And there's a tendency to reach back for a little more and to muscle up. And when you do that, you lose control.
Free pass to Aoki. It's the 5th walk. 3rd intentional or unintentional walk for Jackson.
Sean Camp starts to loosen out there in the Cubs pen. This will be the 4th look at Jackson for the Brewers hitters.
Gomez, strike 1 on the outside. Rizzo holding on Aoki. Awkward looking swing that time. 2 strikes.
Looked like a cricket player trying to protect the wicket. He was just defending the wicket there. But this was the combination last time. Aoki on base, Gomez hitting. We talked about Jackson with the slide step and how, you got to be careful not to sacrifice the quality of your pitches just to shut down the running game. Especially with I got a guy in the box with a little pop.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 Ks in the inning. 5 on the day.
MLB.TV is celebrating 11 years, join millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere.
Braun booed every time he comes to the plate. Was the league MVP 2 years ago. After the season, suspended for 50 games for violating MLB's performance-enhancing drug policy, but won an appeal in February. Was not suspended. Everyone wondered how he would respond, deal with the booing on the road. Well, led the league in OPS, hit 41 home runs. 356 total bases. Finished second behind Buster Posey in the MVP balloting last year. Those 41 home runs, a career high.
29 years of age. There's a lot of good years ahead of him. A lifetime .313 hitter coming into play this year.
Now, he got 3 first-place votes for the MVP last year. It would have been interesting, JD, if the Brewers had been a playoff team. That sometimes does affect how a voter will cast his or her ballot. And it certainly seems as though the voters did not hold this controversial offseason against him in that regard.
Yeah, I agree.
They were out of it late and then made a charge in September.
I think the writers are suffering from PED fatigue too. I think at some point the people just want to forget about it all.
Just give me the numbers and we'll add them up. Yeah. And they went from 12 under in mid-August to jumping back into the wild card race. They were eliminated with 4 games left. Jackson ready for a 2-1 skied foul.
Seems like Jackson has found his fastball in the last couple of innings. Early in the game, he's throwing a lot of sliders and just didn't quite have the velocity up where you'd expect to see it. And now we saw a 94, 95. That was a 93-mile-an-hour cut fastball, and sitting right at 100 pitches. Campus had plenty of time. He's ready to go down there in the pen. Swaim just trying to get as much out of his starters as possible given the struggles of the bullpen.
Swing and a miss. So 3 Ks in the inning, half dozen in the game. Cubs need to get back into this one. They're trailing by 3.
For the glow show, yeah, we down here on the ground. Yeah, we up above. Yeah, we up in the clouds. Yeah, we up.
Come alive with the refreshing taste of Lipton iced tea. Feel the taste.
Hey, Joe, who am I?
I'm BB Swiss. Wah!
What about now? suppose that's...
I'm you! We take the time for our cheeses to mature before we bake them into every delicious cracker. Because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Need help keeping your digestive balance in sync? Try Align. It's the #1 GE recommended probiotic that helps maintain digestive balance. Stay in the groove with Align. Need help keeping your digestive balance in sync? Try Align. It's a probiotic that fortifies your digestive system with healthy bacteria 24/7. Because your insides set the tone. Stay in the groove with Align.
Right now at Long John Silver's, catch incredible savings with $4 Add-A-Meal. Buy one meal regular price, get each additional meal for just $4. Your favorite meals at an incredible price. The more you buy, the more you save. Catch $4 Add-A-Meal only at Long John Silver's.
What do you think?
That's great.
It won't take long, will it?
No.
Okay.
This won't take long, will it?
No, not at all. How many of these can we do on our budget? More than you think.
Didn't take very long, did it?
This spring, dig in and save.
It's nice. Post it.
Already did.
More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Dig in and save with Miracle Grow Potting Mix. A special buy at 2 bags for just $10.
Cubs, Brewers, Tuesday at 8 East, 5 West on WGN America.
Let's play 2 and stay tuned for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass always in moderation to life, love, and loot. Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, will conduct the stretch here on opening day. Starlin Castro, deep right, off the bottom of the basket. He missed a home run by maybe a foot. Oh, it's really hard to hit the bottom of that basket. The ball went straight down, and it's a double.
Boy, nice to see him driving the ball the other way. Triple off the wall in right center. Now he goes to right again. And this is the point I was making earlier about Aoki playing so deep. He likes to come in on the ball, doesn't feel comfortable going back on the ball, but anything with authority out there is going, you know, off the wall anyway. Aoki looked like he was being controlled by a joystick there, the way he was going after that thing. Twisting this way and that. Gotta catch this in if you're the Cubs. Can't afford to let this opportunity go by the boards.
Rizzo is grounded out twice. Runner in scoring position with no outs. Give a shout out to lifelong Cub fan Joe Bear, battling some health issues from Las Vegas.
Nobody throwing, but reliever starting to stretch down there in the Brewer bullpen.
Swing and a miss on a changeup. Well, the good news is the Cubs have come through in every spot. They've scored at least 1 run after they've had a runner at second on with nobody out. It's only been a week. On the hands that time.
You know the old adage, right? With a man on second base and nobody out, get him over, get him in. But when you're at this point in your lineup with your big slugger up there, you don't want him sacrificing his at bat in any way just to try to pull the ball to advance the runner. You want he's up there trying to drive this run in. That's what he gets paid to do. And you'll take it if he gets him over, and then you ultimately get him in.
Castro will get third. Barehanded play by Betancourt. What a play. Good read by Starlin. Once the third baseman charged, we knew he had a free base, but that's an excellent barehanded play.
Yeah, and you really don't expect that with a big lefty slugger up there as a third baseman. You don't expect that ground ball hitting your direction. This ball's got some funky side spin on it too. He's still able to get it with the bare hand. That's a pretty play by Betancourt. See how it's kicking away from him? He's still able to reach down, snag it, and get off a good throw.
Brewers will concede a run here, except for at first base if Soriano hits a ground ball right at Maldonado. They're back around the infield and in the outfield, and a strike called. Two. Estrada's thinking strikeout here. With a runner at third, one out.
He's thrown Soriano a lot of breaking balls this afternoon. That one was up a little bit. Soriano doesn't get anything done in this at bat. He'll be frustrated that he missed that little bit of a hanger.
Popped him up. And the wind playing tricks as Gomez makes a catch, and no chance for Castro. GD, we've had a few people ask us on Twitter about the ball Castro hit, wondering if it went out, and I said it hit the bottom of the basket. When a ball goes straight down out there, and it's rare that it does, it hits. Well, it hit right on the yellow line. Yeah, he missed a home run by an inch. See, if the ball bounced up, usually that means it goes into the basket and out. Well, I think one occasion I've seen it hit that yellow stripe and bounce straight up. But it was not a home run. Nate Scherholtz out into right, and it's caught by Aoki. Cubs cannot get that run in. Still down 3 after 6.
Tonight, WGN America's giving you a taste of CW's hit show, The Vampire Diaries.
Go grab some lunch.
The Vampire Diaries, tonight at 11 on WGN America.
Surprise!
Surprise! We take the time for our cheese to mature before we bake it into every delicious cracker. Because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Hey, Marie.
Hey, Rod.
How do you get your lawn to stay, I don't know, green?
Paint. I'm kidding. Follow me.
Rodman, how you doing? Hey, Jimmy.
First off, make sure you're not cutting the grass too short. It doesn't let the roots grow.
Okay.
Hot Rod, what's up?
Nicole.
We also need fertilizer with weed control during this time of year.
No, Rod, Father.
Hey, Tom.
I'm gonna grab you a spreader.
Okay. Hey, Rod. Stir.
He's new.
Oh. Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Marjorie, I can't stand you. You're too perfect. Even the inside of your dishwasher sparkles.
Okay, so I'm the bad guy for being clean.
You said it.
Oh, you know,
you've always had a problem.
Ladies, let's not fight dirty. Hi, Cascade Kitchen Counselor. See, over time, Finish Gel can leave hard water film on your dishes and dishwasher. New Cascade Platinum's triple action formula not only cleans your dishes, it helps keep your dishwasher sparkling.
So we're good?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Cascade's best is new Cascade Platinum.
At LegalZoom, you can take care of virtually all your important legal matters in just minutes. Now it's quicker and easier for you to start your business, protect your family, and launch your dreams. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Time now to check out our Budweiser fan cam.
I had a dream so big and loud. I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky. We danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now.
Ernie likes it. Best day of my life by the American authors. Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Mr. Cub.
Thank you. How are you today?
Looking great. How are you?
I'm ready to play too.
Ready to sing?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Beautiful day as Sean Camp is on. Wind howling out of Wrigley Field today.
And it's blowing all kinds of ways, and that's the way the park is. The wind blows all kinds of ways every day. You got to get used to it.
Yeah. Talking to Billy Williams about playing the outfield, he said you have to throw up a blade of grass really between every pitch, right?
Yes, you do. It really is. Playing shortstop when I was in first base, it was always a fly ball hit up. When Sam Jones pitched a no-hitter here, and Walt Morn caught the ball behind me. I didn't know whether I would catch it or not. It just kept going. Got in the wind and just kept moving. Now, you played basketball in college, didn't you?
I did not. I played basketball in high school. But I did not play in college.
And
he looks like he'd be a good basketball player, though, doesn't he?
Yes, right. I thought he might. I thought he might went to Syracuse.
Went to a little neighboring school, a little tiny school in Syracuse.
Where? Colgate?
Lemoyne College.
Lemoyne College. Good school. And you went to Marquette.
I did.
And they have one great player from Marquette.
Well, they have more than one, but
you know
Dwayne
one.
Wade
Wade.
Yes, he's the.
Were you there when he?
No, he was there after me. I'm way older than he is.
No, you're not.
Yes.
You're only 22.
I wish.
There's that famous optimism.
That's right.
22 years old.
So what, you think I started this job when I was 13?
Yes.
How's opening day going for you, Ernie? Having a good day?
It is. It's wonderful. The weather changed for us. We beginning to get everything together. I mean, we just got off the road and on strength training. You know, everybody got to get used to things and get ourselves together. But we're going to be all right.
Nothing like being back here at Wrigley Field. Now, how young were you when you stepped into Wrigley Field for the first time?
I was 19.
19 years old.
19 years old. And I looked out here and saw this beautiful ballpark. And I was singing the song from Shirley MacLaine. I think she sung this song. Is that all there is? You've heard this song, have you?
No, MacLaine's got it on his iPod.
Yeah, but it was just great being here. What a wonderful place. I feel very blessed to have played here my entire career. It's quite a place to play. You're close to the fans. The weather changes all the time. You got day games and night games. And I played all day games. I didn't play night games. So day games were really great for me because we had baseball in the afternoon and love at night.
2-1 on Jonathan Lucroy. One is just off the outside corner. So did you stop by your statue on the way in?
Well, I'm going by as soon as it's over.
Okay,
I'm going to take my
just to make sure everything's in order.
My kids are here, and I'm going to take a picture of them. They grew up here, and they remember a lot of things, being a bat boy for the Pirates when Pop Pappas pitched his no-hitter, and you know, they have a lot of good memories about being at Wrigley Field. So I'm going to take a picture with them today.
That is a great spot, meeting spot before and after the game, where your statue is located right out in front of the ballpark at Clark and Addison.
Yes, it is. Very nice, and I'm very proud of that.
Ball 4. Lucroy is on. All right, let's listen.
There is.
This is it. This is it.
And when I was 12 years
Peggy
old,
Lee.
my daddy took me to the circus.
Peggy Lee.
Peggy Lee. Guys are good in the truck.
This is it. This is it. Listen.
Clowns and elephants and dancing bears, and a beautiful lady in pink tights flew high above our heads.
That should have been our fan cam today.
And as I sat there watching, I had the feeling that something was missing.
Now, what year is this song?
Something was missing.
Base hit, Alex Gonzalez. See, I'm only 22. I don't remember that one.
Is that all there
is?
If that's all there is,
my friend,
then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the blues.
I love it. That was recorded in 1959.
That was.
You're in good voice today, too, Ernie.
Oh, sorry, 69.
69.
Off by 10.
I came here in 54. And it was recorded then, so I really enjoyed it. I mean, when I looked at the ballpark, I thought about that. Looked at the pines and the day games, and Phil Cavaretta was the manager, and the players, and they were just wonderful. I thought you was about 22.
Now?
Yeah.
No. But I love you for saying it. I love you anyway, but.
Yeah.
So first and second, Ernie getting ready to conduct the stretch. First one of the year. And that was a little practice for you. Your voice sounds great.
My guys but anyway, it's a wonderful place to play. I know everybody that come here is so happy, so joyous. Much better when we win, but they come in to the games, they get excited, it's all new, and they meet each other, they're very friendly. It's a generational type ballpark. I mean, some of the parents and grandparents came here when I was playing, and now they're moved on, and now the kids are coming and been a part of Wrigley Field.
2 strikes on Maldonado. Walk for Lucroy. Gonzalez single. Camp in for Edwin Jackson. And that one bounced right side, and Lillibridge just tries to keep it out of right field, and the bases are going to be loaded. So that'll be a hit for Maldonado.
First Gonzalez and then Maldonado taking advantage of the shift. Gonzalez with a solid single through that hole, and then Maldonado just kind of pushing the ball in that direction, trying to squirt it through there, and the Bridge able to knock it down, prevent the run from scoring. But obviously a base hit for Maldonado, and the Brewers have the bases loaded again. Man, they have had a lot of traffic on the bases today.
So Betancourt here with 3 on and 1 out in the 7th.
Need to get us a double play ball here, Ernie. Whoop, crossed him up a little bit.
I know you're getting ready to sing the stretch. I have one last question for you today,
Yeah.
Ernie. And we talked about musical chairs on the Brewers infield. Alex Gonzalez, 13 years as a shortstop. This year playing first base and third base for the first time in his career. How long did it take you to really say to yourself, I'm a first baseman after being a shortstop?
It took half a year. I had Buck O'Neill, Charlie Grimm. A lot of guys worked with me over at first base, and to get used to it, it's a little different going to the right and going to the left, and the low throws and the high throws. But I had some good infielders, you know, Ron Santo at third, Kessinger at short, Becker at second. I mean, they could throw the ball real well. They will go sinking, slagging to them.
Line drive is caught by Soriano, and Lucroy will score, and that'll give Betancourt an RBI on a sac fly to make it 6-2. All right, Ernie.
Here we go.
Sing great. We've got 1 out to go here, but thanks for stopping by as always.
All right,
you are the
thank
best. You are always welcome in our booth. You know
Thank
that.
you. You're 22 now.
That's right. I'm telling everybody I'm 22.
And you 23.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wearing his number 14, Ernie Banks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ernie. 7th inning stretch coming up. Strada stays in to take the at bat. And they will appeal at third. And Lucroy did not leave early.
Home plate umpire Hunter Wendelstadt had the call because the third base umpire went out on the catch. You see the third base umpire is watching for the catch to make sure Soriano catches the ball in the air. And there's the catch,
good.
and there's the tag. He looked like he was fine.
Slider in there for a strike.
Talked at the outset that on a day like today, sometimes it's not the home runs that fly out with the wind blowing, but it's the walks that come back to bite you. And home run ball really hasn't been an issue in this game, but the walks really hurt the Cubs.
Yeah, 3 guys who have walked in this game for Milwaukee have come around to score. There's Takahashi, the left-hander. Out of the right center, and it's going to split the gap. They may get a couple out of this. Gonzalez is in. Maldonado is going to be stopped at third. So Estrada, in his 4th at bat of the day, makes it 7-2.
Right, and you know, you get the sense that Estrada got this at bat because Ron Renicky has a kind of a short, banged-up bench to deal with, so he leaves Estrada in the game. And Estrada delivers a run-scoring double anyway. Tim Hudson had a big hit for the Braves yesterday in that ball game. Banged-up bench and a struggling bullpen as well for the Brewers.
The red-hot Aoki will not get a chance to swing the bat. He will, however, reach for the 5th time this afternoon. 2 singles, a double, a walk, and now an intentional free pass.
The Brewers have gone down in order only once in this ball game. That was back in the 3rd. Kept the pressure on all afternoon long.
There's ball 4. We'll bring up Gomez, the 8th batter of the inning.
With runners in scoring position. Milwaukee 4 out of 10 this afternoon. That was nothing for 6.
Swing and a miss by Gomez on a breaker. 26 pitches now for Camp in this inning. Talk a lot about catcher range, but good range here by Castillo. Yeah. Diving stop. Way outside again. Sudden Sean Camp struggling to get out of this 7th inning.
Gomez, we've talked about it throughout the afternoon. He's a guy who is a very free swinger. He'll chase a lot of bad balls.
Two and two. Count holding.
Now you might get him to expand. Between the fastball on the corner for strike and then a breaking ball in the zone that he fouled off. Kind of got him in swing mode now. You might be able to get him to chase that breaking ball off the plate right here.
And he does. Stretch time with Ernie.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Mr. Cub Ernie Banks.
All right, you all listen to me now. Listen to me. Listen to me. The Cubs will be supreme in 2013. Don't forget it. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Louder. I don't care if I ever get back. So we root for the Cubs. If we don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes.
It's the end of an era.
All the parties. The stories.
I'm gonna miss your smell.
You were my first.
What? I knew it. I knew it.
It's true.
Oh, man, I'm sorry I broke your leg. I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
Keep the good times going with the crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Whoa. Check out this new couch.
Oh, we up for the glow show. Yeah, we down here on the ground. Yeah, we up above low. Yeah, we up in the
Come
clouds.
alive
Yeah,
with
we
the
up.
refreshing taste of Lipton iced tea. Feel the taste.
Get more. More priceless moments. More adventures. More lovable animals. Get more. Bucketheads, British biting and kangaroo confrontation, baby blubber, freak accidents, ostrich races, mascot mayhem, local violence, hydroplaning, hammock, airborne animals, athletic accidents, goofy golf, and kitten chaos. Get more of what you love. 3 full hours of America's Funniest Home Videos starts tonight at 7 on WGN America.
Time for our AT&T U-verse replay of the game. Ceremonial first pitches thrown out by a couple of Ernie's longtime teammates and Hall of Famers. Billy Williams on the left, Fergie Jenkins on the right. And you knew Fergie was going to throw a strike, right?
Had a little sink on it.
Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible. Seven to 2, all Brewers today. Here in the Cubs home opener. Marco Estrada's been really good. He's given up a home run to Wellington Castillo, but he's knocked in a run. Works into the bottom of the 7th.
Hasn't walked anybody. He's kept the ball in the ballpark other than the Castillo home run. 4 punch outs. Yeah, how about that? That's painting the corner right there. Didn't walk anybody in his first start either.
Wind in the pitch. Change up low and inside. You pointed it out right off the top. That may be his best pitch. And it's been an effective one for him today.
Yeah, to both right and left-handed hitters. A lot of guys don't like to throw their changeup to same side hitters, right on right or left on left, but he does. See where Terry Francona got lost walking to the ballpark in Cleveland today? 2-block walk from his apartment to the ballpark, and he got lost. He said he had asked directions numerous times. 3 times he got lost.
And he admitted it?
Yeah. Said even when he got to the garage at the ballpark, he didn't know where he was going. Somebody had to throw him in a golf cart and drive him to the clubhouse.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that'll give you the comfortable offer. He's an overpowering guy. Good command of the fastball and that outstanding changeup.
I'm recalling during the Lou Piniella era here, Matt Sinatro, former Cubs coach, and they got lost driving from Chicago to Cincinnati. I think they were on their way to Cleveland. So there was something about Cleveland. Spinal Tap got lost trying to find the stage. Terry Francona couldn't get to the ballpark. And the Cubs manager almost ended up in Cleveland instead of Cincinnati.
Sinatro was driving. It's one of those C cities in Ohio. You got Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus. Got a 1-3 shot of getting to the right spot. Is it Al Martin years ago in Minnesota?
Okay.
Trying to go to the ballpark and he ended up at the Target Center where they play basketball. walked inside. I don't think we can play baseball here. I know they got an indoor facility, but this doesn't look right.
3-1 on Valbuena.
On the Caps to take me to the stadium. The guy took him to the basketball arena.
Strada with a 3-2 change up low. Good take by Valbuena. Cubs need runners. They're down 5.
The key too with that changeup, you have to be willing to stay back a beat longer, try to recognize that pitch.
That is his first walk. Another thing you pointed out early. On a day like this, it's one thing to keep the ball in the ballpark, but you just can't give them free chances. There have been some intentional walks, but the Brewers hitters have taken 7 walks. The Cubs only 1. And when you get that much traffic, we're going to convert more often than not.
And that's an issue for this lineup. Through 6 games, they'd only drawn 10 walks.
Bouncer. Betancourt backs up, feeds Weeks. No chance really to turn it. Said infielder backs up. Got any sort of speed as a batter / runner, you're going to break up that double play. As Deoner Navarro will hit for Kent. Switch hitter. Being left-handed.
It's having Steve Clevenger on the roster, that third catcher, that gives Dale Swaim the freedom to use Navarro as a pinch hitter for Castillo, or vice versa. If Navarro were the starter, he could use Castillo to come off the bench against a tough lefty.
Swung on and missed.
It's that good changeup, and it's, you know, when you're walking down a flight of stairs and you think there's one more and it's not there. That's what it's like when you swing at that changeup. It's just not there. The ball's not there yet.
Yeah, I've had that feeling more than once in my life. There's another one.
And there it is again, and I wouldn't be surprised if he threw one more.
Then we get into this crazy intellectual debate. You throw 4 or 5 straight changeups in a row to start an at bat. Is it really a changeup?
The fastball becomes the change of pace, and that's probably what he's going to try here. He's got 3 consecutive changeups. He might try a heater here, and he slowed his bat down. If there's such a thing, it looked like he just humped up on his changeup. It looked like he really tried to turn one over a little bit, threw it a little harder. It's interesting too, there's some guys, their changeup has very little separation from their fastball. Edwin Jackson's a good example. There's not a whole lot of difference between his heater and his changeup. There is with Estrada.
Called strike 3, and there's the fastball. That change of pace the other direction. 7-2 Milwaukee.
On Rules of Engagement, there are relationship rules.
Oh my God. What happened?
I was hungry.
I meant to my life.
Comedy rules.
Hey, is there smoking allowed in here?
No. Is someone smoking?
Yes, you are.
Rules of Engagement. Wednesdays at 8 on WGN America.
The
This engine's got some juice. How far do you want to take it?
Up to you. Chevy Cruiser's 6-speed transmission allows for lower shift points, offering an EPA-estimated 36 mpg highway.
Okay, then. What a test drive.
Yeah, it's really more of a road trip at this point.
Yeah.
Chevy MPG Ingenuity. Now get this great sign and drive lease on a 2013 Chevy Cruze LS for around $199 a month.
Hey, it's Sarah. I'm going pro. I've been using Crest Pro Health for a week. My dentist said it was going to help transform my mouth.
Go pro for a clean that's up to 4 times better. Try these Crest Pro Health products together.
I've been using Crest Pro Health. So far, it feels different.
Crest Pro Health protects not just some, but all these areas dentists check most.
My mouth feels healthier. It feels cleaner. I think my dentist is going to see the difference.
Go pro with Crest Pro Health.
I don't think I'll ever go back to another product.
I wasn't exactly a fan of our last carryout deal, but this one is crazy.
The deal is a large 3-topping pizza, carry-out only for just $7.99, Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday?
Thursday.
What happened to Monday through Wednesday?
We've just taken a great deal and we've made it better.
I'm gonna need some help.
Hey, here to help.
Hi, welcome to Domino's.
You know, whatever it takes. Thank you for calling Domino's. This is Patrick. There you go. Enjoy your day.
The new carry-out special every Monday through Thursday, only at Domino's.
You know, like I said yesterday, you know, he'll work in games where, you know, we're behind, you know, in the middle of the game to build some confidence back up. And, you know, what he's going to work on is obviously, you know, pitch selection. Sometimes, you know, obviously we know that, you know, we all got to try to get him to throw more fastballs than he did last year. But we also don't want to get fastball happy. He's a slider guy that, you know, gets people out with his slider.
So it's his 4th appearance, and for Carlos, his first since he was removed from the closer role. Facing Ryan Braun, and greets him with a gapper. Be an easy 2 for Braun. It's his 3rd hit of the day.
Carlos, who was greeted with boos when introduced, hears it again from the fans after this first pitch double off the bat of Ryan Braun. And Carlos is just in one of those funks right now where he's, you know, at times he got a little too slider happy. Dale referred to it, and so he's been trying to throw his fastball. He's been getting hit around a little bit with that. And he just locate a little bit better with both those pitches. You talk so much about pitch selection, but ultimately it comes down to location. If you're making quality pitches with either one of those, you're going to be fine. Some mistakes over the plate.
Slider strike on Weeks. Swing and a miss on a slider. 0-2. A rough day for Weeks. 3 times he has batted with runners on base. A fielder's choice in the first, struck out in the second, 6-4-3 double play in the 4th, struck out to lead off the 7th. He swings and misses, and is now 0 for 5. Well, that's the Marmol of old right there.
Slider backs up on him a little bit.
It seems like no 2 sliders when he's really going right
look the same.
Look the same, yeah. And they have the appearance of strikes. Now all 3 happen to actually land in the strike zone. But I think the more troubling thing is that he's getting hit. He used to kind of create his own problems with walks. Guys weren't squaring him up. That has changed.
Well, if ever there were a time in your career to be willing to make a dramatic change, I would say now's the time for Carlos, because he's been on this roller coaster for a couple of years now. Gets into a real funk and then turns things around for a while, and so he's been demoted yet again. And I don't know what that change is, if it's arm angle, if it's trying to come up with a split finger or a completely different look.
One gets by. And Braun coming around 3rd. I don't know if Castillo thought Lucroy got a piece of it.
I think he was asking for a swing. I think he was trying to get Hunter Wendelstedt to appeal on a swing.
Well, the problem is he's got to pick up the ball first.
Exactly.
Got a guy coming around third. A wild pitch on Marmol, and the infielders have to come in. Sliders inside. Well, Marmol used to throw more than just these 2 pitches. He was a starter at one point after converting from the catcher position, but it's been a long time. He's been exclusively fastball slider for many years. Ball 4.
And it's difficult to make that adjustment I'm talking about as a reliever when you work an inning at a time. You know, and if you're staying fairly busy, it's not like you have a lot of time to just work side sessions in the bullpen. But, and I'm not saying that's the case with him now, but I think that, you know, the veteran player sometimes, if you're willing, even if it's to take a minor league assignment to go down and try to reinvent yourself, I think there's some benefit to that. Well, you know, it's a very tough pill for the player to swallow, to be willing to do it.
Gonzalez went. Big offensive day for the Brewers. They get their first 7-inning outing by a starting pitcher. They have a 5-run lead late. Tough day for Edwin Jackson. On the Cubs side of things, 6 innings, 5 runs. 4 of those came in the first.
Baseball provides all types of opportunities to second guess, to rehash situations. We'll go back to that first inning, the 3-2 to LaCroix with 2 outs, just missed the inside corner. And Wendelstedt's had a pretty big zone today. Had he rung him up, it's a completely different ball game. It's easy to play that woulda, coulda, shoulda game. I mean, the Brewers still did a lot of damage after that walk. Gonzalez walked. Maldonado doubled. That was the big blow. He drove in 3.
Marmol trying to put away Gonzalez. Knocked down by Castillo. He pounces on it. And we want to welcome a new Cub fan into the world. Michael Steven Caputo checking in at 7 pounds 14 ounces and 20 inches.
Is he a right-handed or left-handed thrower?
We don't know yet. I'm sure mom and dad are thinking about making him a lefty. But when he tells people he's a lifelong Cub fan, he can go back and play this tape. The day I was born, they said I was a Cub fan. And it won't be tape when it happens. I don't even know if it'll be tape now. It'll be on some iCloud somewhere. 2-2. Braun led off with a double. Moved to third on a wild pitch. He struck out. Lucroy walked. Still 2-2 on Gonzalez. Other closer news. Ned Yost, the manager of the Royals, is sticking with Greg Holland as his closer. Struggled over the weekend. Andrelton Simmons is back in the Braves lineup in Miami tonight. That time he got him. 2 outs, both on K's. And 2 down in the inning.
Just about everything in this sequence away. Good slider down and away to finish him off.
Maldonado taps foul. Well, the Red Sox get a big break. So does John Lackey. No structural damage in his right arm. He had an MRI. That's an upset.
That's really surprising the way he came off the field the other day.
Mid bicep strain. He will go on the 15-day DL. Could have been a lot worse. Just to cap the day yesterday for starting pitchers, Yu Darvish had a blister, and Jared Weaver a strained left elbow, non-pitching elbow. Got hit on a line drive.
Tough day for aces.
It was. Jeff Samardzija, like he was going to threaten Kerry Wood's strikeout record, ended up giving up 4 runs.
60-year Cub fan attending his first ball game.
Oh, welcome to the friendly confines. Fourth pitch of the inning. It's low. Maldonado is with Team Puerto Rico in the WBC. Three and 2.
About everything Carlos throws is away, so right-handed hitters for the most part, and when he does come in, it's off the plate unless it's a mistake. One of those helicopter sliders sometimes will sit over the inside third, but for the most part he's going away with his slider and fastball, so right-handed hitters can just look away against him, almost disregard anything inside.
Here it is. Popped up. Rizzo battling the wind and the sun, and he's got it to end the inning. So Marmol with his first clean inning of the season. Still 7-2 Milwaukee.
It's the end of an era.
All the parties. The stories.
I'm gonna miss your smell.
You were my first.
What? I knew it. I knew it.
It's true.
Oh, man, I'm sorry I broke your leg.
I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
Keep the good times going with the crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Whoa. Check out this new couch.
The $99 suit is back by popular demand. Buy almost any Joseph A. Banks suit. Get a second suit for just $99. And your third is free. That's 3 times the suit, 3 times the value, including new trim fit styles. Buy one suit, get a second for $99, and your third suit is absolutely free. Going on now, only at Joseph A. Bank.
Do you remember when we used to do lunch? Please,
Today it was 2 raisins, and I found a cracker in the cup holder.
How about a flatbread in the front seat? Didn't even have to get out of my car.
That looks so good.
I think your son just ate a pine cone.
Jimmy, no!
Introducing flatbread grilled chicken from Wendy's. Warm grilled chicken on toasted flatbread in 2 bold new tastes. Better food for everybody from Wendy's.
Now that's better.
And we're open late.
Tonight, WGN America's giving you a taste of CW's hit show, The Vampire Diaries.
Go grab some lunch.
The Vampire Diaries, tonight at 11 on WGN America. Lights, camera, action. The first night game of the year. Cubs, Brewers. Tuesday on WGN America.
Brewers 7, Cubs 2. The Cubs home opener here at Wrigley Field. News is the weather has been great. Bad news is the Cubs got down early. Have not really been in this one, save for a 2-run homer from Castillo back in the 2nd inning. And a former Cub, Chicago area native Tom Gorzolani, working out of the Brewers bullpen, on in relief of Marco Estrada, who was really good today. Logan Schaefer also takes over for Ryan Braun in left.
Dave Chappelle will step in to face this left-hander, Gorzolani, veteran who's been around also with Pittsburgh. Last year he was a Washington National. Had a good year, was 4-2 with a .288 in 45 relief appearances.
Slicing fly right field. Aoki for the out. Mentioned the 6 degrees of Edwin Jackson. He was a teammate of Tom Gorzolani's last year in Washington. Probably aren't too many big league rosters these days. Doesn't have a guy who
former teammate of Edwin
played with Edwin. Yeah. Fouled off.
Astro having a good day. Couple of knocks, triple and a double. Solani's a guy who also relies on a good changeup, like the starter Estrada. There's a slider.
Here's the 0-2. Brandon Kinsler, a right-hander. Tom Gorzolani's hometown is Orland Park. Went to Marist High School. Pitched collegiately at Kansas and Triton College. Late Kirby Puckett once played at Triton.
Kirby Puckett, yeah. Michael Bowden getting ready in the Cubs bullpen. Kinsler out to the right-hander, I guess just in case if Castro and Rizzo to reach and there's a chance that Soriano could come up and make this game a little bit more dramatic than Ron Renicky would like. He might go to the right-hander in that situation.
A lot of Twitter love for Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Just feels like opening day when he joins us in the booth.
Especially when he was dancing.
Singing Peggy Lee songs. I mean, yeah. Got some good moves on our fan cam. Swing and a miss. That's it for Castro. Two quiet outs, and it brings up Rizzo. Now, on one of our many radio shows this morning, you brought up a pretty good point about what you'd like to see from Anthony Rizzo. For a guy who's going to play every day and bat third in the lineup. This is an important year for him against left-handed pitchers.
Yeah, when you think about the best left-handed hitters in the game, there are guys that typically wear out righties, but at least hold their own against lefties. Maybe the power numbers, aren't there, but the ability to stay in, hit the ball on a line the other way, hit for a decent batting average.
He's 0 for 5 with a walk and 4 strikeouts so far against lefties. And you don't expect his OPS to be in the same ballpark against lefties as righties, but yeah, be competitive. What was Ernie's line? Baseball in the afternoon, love at night.
I was going to say go to dinner or something. Go dancing.
Out. Good swing by Rizzo. First, it's foul.
Well, the MO for most left-handed pitchers against a power-hitting left-handed hitter are, fastballs in, up and in on the hands, and then the breaking ball away.
Got him. Called strike 3 on a fastball at 91. Cubs go down in order, trailing late.
More priceless moments. More adventures. More lovable animals. Get more. Bucketheads, British Biting, Kangaroo Confrontation, Baby Blubber, Freak Accidents, Goofy Golf, and Kitten Chaos. Get more of what you love. 4 full hours of America's Funniest Home Videos starts tonight at 7 on WGN America.
Show it off, America. Show off that belt you replaced. Show off the fuel pump, the oil change, the upgrade. You did it. There are a lot of places you can go to do it yourself, but there's only one place that can help you do it right. AutoZone. Because even the pros know parts are just part of what we do. We have the advice, the instructions, we even loan tools. So show it off, America. You did it right. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
But that's going to go right in your glove. Oh, see that? Great job. Okay, now let's get ready for the ball. Here it comes. There you go. Good catch. Perfect.
All right, now for the best part. Let's see your pour. Ooh, let's get those in the bowl. These are way too good to waste, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go for it. Around the bowl.
Share what you love with who you love. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
They're great.
Good catch, Dad.
Switch to Swiffer WetJet, and you'll dump your old mop. But don't worry, he'll find someone else.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Sexy lady.
Used mops can grow bacteria. Swiffer WetJet starts with a clean pad every time, and its antibacterial cleaner kills bacteria mops can spread around. Swiffer gives cleaning a whole new meaning.
7-2 Milwaukee. The Brewers will bat in the ninth. The Cubs have a new pitcher. It's Michael Bowden.
He's the 4th pitcher on the afternoon for the Cubs. Jackson Camp Marmol, now Bowden, is 0-0 with a .245 through his first 3 appearances. Worked once in the series at Pittsburgh and then a couple of times over the weekend against the Braves.
Well, with at least a 5-run lead. Ron Renicky will not have to sweat too much about who he uses in the bottom of the ninth. As we mentioned, John Axford has been very shaky over the first 3 appearances for him. But a final at Fenway. Daniel Nava with a 3-run homer, supplying all the offense for the Red Sox. 3-1 over the Orioles. 7 shutout innings for Clay Buchholz. Red Sox have won 9 straight Fenway openers. They are 5-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The sun battle for Scherholz.
Wind continues blow fairly strongly out towards right field now, but the wind has not been the factor in this ball game that we thought it would be 3 hours ago.
Left to right. Chris Davis. Made his major league debut on opening day against the Rockies as a pinch hitter, and he pinch hits here, making his Wrigley Field debut. He hit .349 last year, 76 games combined, AA and AAA. 6 home runs in spring training, and he made the team. Paid crowd 40,083. First of 81 home dates here at Wrigley. Soriano now coming in a few steps. 2 down.
Tomorrow night it's Travis Wood, who can start his season 2-0. He was outstanding against the Pirates in his start. 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs allowed. Willie Peralta will pitch for the Brewers. This guy's had a day.
Has he ever? Single, double, single, walk, intentional walk. It's gone on every time. Travis Hafner has homered against his old team. He's now with the Yankees. They're in Cleveland, and Yankees lead 4-3. The bottom of the 3rd. Fair ball. Bowden covering. They got him as Aoki tumbles. It looks like he's all right. First time he's been retired today. Bottom 9 coming up. Cubs down 5.
On Rules of Engagement, there are relationship rules.
Oh, my God. What happened?
I was hungry.
I meant in my life.
Comedy rules.
Hey, is there smoking allowed in here?
No. Is someone smoking?
Yes, you are.
Rules of Engagement.
Wednesdays at 8 on WGN America.
The new Malibus are getting a lot of attention at your Chevy dealer lately for good reason, like Malibu LTZ with Chevrolet MyLink. KBB called it one of the most user-friendly multimedia interfaces on the market. Malibu LT with 10 standard airbags, more than Fusion or Sonata. And Malibu LS offering an EPA-estimated 34 mpg highway. The all-new Malibu. Right now, get this great lease on a 2013 Chevy Malibu LS for around $169 a month.
Where in the world can you find something new to love? At McDonald's, introducing the Premium McWrap. Bursting with fresh vegetables and tender, juicy chicken. In 3 amazingly delicious combinations. The new Premium McWrap. Welcome to a new world of taste at McDonald's.
So let's break down this play. Charles? Charles couldn't make it. His single miles card blacked him out here and here. He should have used the Capital One Venture card. He's coming to us from home. Hey, fellas.
Hey, baby. You want mama to iron your undies?
Nice, tidy whities. I didn't know Mrs. Barkley made quilts. Really? Looks like a circus tent. That's the best you got? Now, if you put this with this, you have a sailboat. What's in your wallet?
Brewers have let thru out. And they turn the ball over to right-hander Brandon Kintzler here in the 9th.
No wins, no losses, no ERA through 3 games. Kintzler, who spent time at A-ball, AA, AAA, and the big leagues last year for the Brewers. The right-hander who goes fastball, slider, changeup.
Originally a 40th round pick of the Padres in 2004. Pretty fascinating story, actually. Dealt with some shoulder problems while in the San Diego system, ended up having surgery, and Kintzler began his comeback in indie ball, and he credits scooping ice cream as part of his rehab.
Yeah, he worked at a Cold Stone Creamery that his sister owned. Who knows? Yeah, he played independent ball in Winnipeg and then St. Paul.
He worked as a limo driver in Las Vegas. Scooped out into center and a base hit. See him got ice cream on the brain.
That should be his nickname, right? Scoops Kintzler.
2 hits for Soriano. So the Brewers got him out of the Northern League, the St. Paul Saints. Just in case, Ron Renicky has Jim Henderson up. 2 balls, no strikes. Still believe. Cubs need a bunch of base runners, though, here in the 9th. Well, 3-0 on Scherholz.
Down 5-3-0. Obviously, it takes situation for Scherholz. Nothing else. Put a little pressure on the Brewers. Forced Renicky to make another move to the bullpen.
A strike as Soriano will just jog to second without a throw. Will not be given a stolen base. Not a fan of that scoring decision. That's the way it is. Defensive indifference. He'll get down and left, and Soriano will come around and score to make it 7-3. Nate Scherholtz with his 4th RBI of the year.
Well, the rally caps are on. Some of the crowd has headed home, but many remain, hoping to see the Cubs put on a furious rally. A little inside-out swing on a low, well-placed fastball. Try to pull that. Nothing good is going to happen. Good piece of hitting there by Scherholtz. A hesitation by Soriano to make sure the ball gets down.
So this is game 7 for Milwaukee. The bullpen has allowed at least a run in every game.
And the starters haven't been very good either. That's why Brewers have Henderson up, even though it was a 5-run lead. As soon as one man got on, Renicky doesn't want to waste this standing effort by his starter Estrada.
Still nobody out. A called strike. Matt Harvey and Roy Halladay tonight in Philadelphia. Mets and Phillies. Halladay struggled his first time out, and there's a base hit for Castillo. Scherholtz at second. Probably could have headed to third, but he's got to be 200% sure he's going to make it in this spot.
Down 4 wide gamble. That's going to do it. Renicky's going to make the move to the pen.
So Valbuena coming up, and the tying run will be on deck as Henderson comes in. 7-3.
This engine's got some juice. How far do you want to take it?
Up to you. Chevy Cruiser's 6-speed transmission allows for lower shift points, offering an EPA estimated 36 mpg highway.
Okay, then. What a test drive.
Yeah, it's really more of a road trip at this point.
Yeah.
Chevy MPG Ingenuity. Now get this great sign and drive lease on a 2013 Chevy Cruze LS for around $199 a month.
This is Kevin. To prove to you that Aleve is the better choice for him, he's agreed to give it up.
It's today?
We'll be with him all day as he goes back to taking Tylenol.
I was okay, but after lunch my knee started to hurt again, and now I've got to take more pills. Yeah? Another pill stop. Can I get my Aleve back yet? For my pain, I want my Aleve.
Look for the Easy Open Red Arthritis Cap.
Degree Antiperspirant does more for you, so you can do more. Only Degree has motion sense, activated by your movement. The more you move, the more it protects. Do more. Degree, it won't let you down.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer or go to shophonda.com for current offers. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible. Former member of the Cubs farm system, Jim Henderson, takes over.
Too is an interesting story. Kinsler had his journey through independent ball and the ice cream shop. Henderson made his major league debut last year at the age of 29 after a long minor league career. It started with the Expos organization before moving on to the Cubs. He was really good last year.
Well, this is a safe situation, so it's Henderson, not Axford. And a knee-high fastball on Luis Valbuena. 2 on. Nobody out. 7-3 Milwaukee.
Hairston's got a fastball that'll sit right around 95 miles an hour. Get over slider.
Peterson is from Calgary. And some say up there Calgary. 0-2 inside. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Look at the runner at second. The pitch still 1-2.
It wasn't much of a strikeout pitcher for much of his minor league career, but somewhere along the way he figured it out. Last year in Nashville he struck out 56 in 48 innings, and then with the big club 45 strikeouts in just 30 innings of work.
It's Rick Kranitz, pitching coach for the Brewers, longtime member of the Cubs organization. Lined and then off the glove of Betancourt. It's going to roll into the Cubs bullpen. Here comes Sherholtz. He will score. Still nobody out, and the tying run will come up. That ball was catchable, but it really handcuffed the Brewer third baseman.
Hey, this is getting fun. Off-field stroke by Valbuena. Betancourt was there, just could not hang on. Good aggressive send by David Bell.
Cubs have opened up the bottom of this ninth inning with 4 straight hits. And it's Steve Clevenger batting for Lillibridge.
The pinch, not a lot of at-bats, but solid work.
And Scott Hairston has jumped on deck in the pitcher's spot. Outside corner. Starting to get very interesting. Castillo at second, Valbuena at first, way outside.
That 15 over-under I threw out there is in play again all of a sudden. Fujikawa is getting ready in the pen just in case.
Six with some bite.
Yeah. Clevenger's one of those guys that's good the other way. You see how his stroke is, the way he pulls his hands in. He's good at shooting the ball the other way. Tough for him to get to that good inside fastball there.
Late again. That's out number 1.
Anderson just reaches back and cuts loose with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, Clevenger a little late to the party.
Before Hairston bats, Rick Kranitz will head out to the mound.
This would leave only Gonzalez on the bench for the Cubs. Chappelle, Navarro, Clevenger have all been used off the bench, and now Hairston.
Great to be back with our home crew. Here at Wrigley Field on WGN, our producer Mark Brady, Skip Ellison, our director, Doug Stanton is our associate producer, executive producer of WGN Sports, Bob Vorwald, our stage manager in the booth, Paula Oskrova. Great work by Dan Roan. Next year is here. Cubs trying to come all the way back. They've scored 2 times here in this inning. Tying run at the plate with 1 out. And the pitch to Hairston is high. We tend to get so focused on the Cubs and their issues. You start to look around a little bit. This is kind of a nightmare scenario for the Brewers. Up 7-2. They've had all kinds of problems at the end of games. Kinsler and Henderson struggling again today. 2-0.
When you're going through a patch like this with your bullpen, it just feels like it never comes easy.
Staring at that bullpen phone. It's Lee Tunnell, the bullpen coach. The 2-0. It's a pitcher strike.
And 2-0. The guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, he's looking something middle in that he can turn on, and that was not it. That was a perfectly placed down and away fastball.
Ground ball foul. Knocked down by Franklin Font. Protecting Andy Lane. Cubs bullpen catcher. 2-2. I know Eddie Olczyk's hoping for a big late 9th inning comeback. Blackhawks TV voice along with Pat Foley watching the game today. Ground ball to first. It gets through past Maldonado. They're loaded. They are loaded up on an error by the first baseman.
Maldonado, as we mentioned earlier in the ballgame, is the backup catcher for the Brewers. They feel pretty comfortable with him over there at first base, but it's an issue for this team. They've got a lot of people out of their natural positions. And Harrison just kind of squirts this one in his direction. It looked to me like he was trying to backhand, thinking he was going to perhaps try to get to or at least nail that lead runner going to second base. Situation there, you've got to make sure you get an out. Square up behind that ball and make sure you get one somewhere. What a break for the Cubs.
Dave Sapelt. Four hits and an error. The tying run right now is at first base. That's Hairston. The winning run now at the plate. Lucroy blocked it.
Pressure busted pipe. He's getting a little tight out there for Henderson. Overthrowing that slider. Nice stop by Lucroy. That run on third base, obviously not that important. The Cubs down 3 still, but well done by the Brewer backstop.
Now really the key guy is at first. Castillo scoring really doesn't matter, but it just want to get that tying run into scoring position. I guess with the wind blowing out, everybody's in scoring position today. Well, it's starting to turn. Just badly. 2-0.
Overthrowing.
The wind actually now is blowing in. It has turned almost all the way around. How about that? Nobody up in the Milwaukee bullpen. Make or break for Jim Henderson.
Well, if Chappelle has got the green light here, he's got to make sure he gets the pitch he can really drive. Good pitch, took a good swing at it. Lieutenant Mike Gonzalez will start to crank it up. And you could feel the winds turned around. You can feel it blowing in here a little bit.
Two-one. Inside to make it 3 balls and a strike.
Another big right-hander having a very difficult time repeating his delivery. And most of his misses haven't even been close. So here we go again. A triple count for Chappelle. And you see he threw one in the zone. Everything else is way out of the zone.
3-2. There were a few fans who started to head up the aisles and out of here and had to stop and go back to their seats.
Well, at least offering out a strike, a borderline pitch in that situation, but well, you got to shorten the stroke a little bit. Just think about punching a line drive over the second baseman's head. Keep the line moving.
The 3-2 on the way, and he taps it foul.
I don't think he was thinking about poking a line drive over the second baseman's head.
Wasn't tapped at all. Actually, it was banged off the mask of Hunter Wendelstedt. Another 3-2. Theoretically, this should start to give Chappelle the advantage, right? Starting to time that fastball.
Yeah, get a few more swings at it. Don't have to be the hero here. Nothing wrong with being the hero, but you can't just have a good at bat. Make sure you're swinging at strikes. Don't chase out of the zone. Watch you. You got Castro and Rizzo next.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
He just got beat there. He didn't chase any bad balls in that sequence. Just couldn't catch up to the fastball.
We started the day with a wind gusting straight out to center field at least 24 miles an hour. Type of day where routine fly balls get into the basket or beyond. Now that has changed a lot. And then if you're the Brewers, Henderson gets Castro, but if he lets him reach base, I think it's going to be Michael Gonzalez against Rizzo. If there's any chance Henderson will get to face the lefty.
No way. I think again just got to shorten that stroke a little bit to try to catch up to that fastball. Extra base hits in this game already for Castro. One more would do the trick.
Just cold looking at that guy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kick the pitch. 1-2. Well, Henderson clearly has closer stuff. A little wildness earlier in the inning. Both the outs are strikeouts.
Not exactly trying to paint corners right now, is he? He's just reaching back and trying to throw his best fastball by him.
Fouled into the upper deck.
A little shorter stroke there with 2 strikes. A better approach with 2 strikes. Strikes. Showing Henderson doing a lot of work with that fastball at the top of the strike zone, running in on the right-handed hitter, or on this instance in on Castro.
That's an area you might be a little nervous about if you're a pitcher. At 2 o'clock this afternoon with the wind blowing out. He's challenging him.
Came off the fastball, a little slide piece. Good battle here. Really important that Hairston gets a good secondary lead over there at first base. Brewers playing very, very deep. They have been the ball loose in left field, but Brewers have been playing very deep in the outfield all day. It certainly makes sense to now, even with the wind blowing in, to play no doubles. I can officially say I've never seen a right fielder play as deep as Aoki is playing right now.
He has got his heels right at that edge of the grass in front of the warning track.
He might be able to score 3 on a bloop double to right field.
Another 1-2. Castro staying alive. Cubs down to their final strike.
Able to change the eye level a little bit, getting this ball down and away. That's a tough pitch. A good job by Castro just to fight that one off.
Fly ball to right. Aoki played it perfectly. Made the catch about 3 steps to the right of where he started before that pitch.
And if that wind hadn't have turned around, that might have been a game-winning grand slam.
So the Cubs get 2 in the 9th and leave the bases loaded. Milwaukee snaps a 5-game losing streak, 7 for the final. You're right. I just think he was deciding to challenge him with the wind blowing in.
Yeah, well, you know, that's his game. He's just trying to play that power game with the fastball. And Castro's been looking to shoot the ball that way all day. He did successfully twice for extra bases. And if that wind had not turned around, I don't think that ball's in the seats.
So the Cubs drop their Wrigley Field home opener. 7-4 Brewers. The final. We'll have much more coming up.
The end of an era.
All that spare change I used to get.
Sorry, I spilled Bud Light on you.
I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
The crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Need help keeping your digestive balance in sync?
Try Align. It's the #1 GE recommended probiotic that helps maintain digestive balance. Stay in the groove with Align. Need help keeping your digestive balance in sync? Try Align. It's a probiotic that fortifies your digestive system with healthy bacteria 24/7. Because your insides set the tone. Stay in the groove with Align.
Flatbread from Wendy's? Gotta share this with my web friends.
I'd rather share it with my taste buds.
Introducing Wendy's Flatbread Grilled Chicken. Warm flatbread sandwiches in 2 bold new tastes.
Now that's better.
Hey, they're coming. Yeah, British. Later. Sorry. Okay.
Baboon.
Hot Stew Saturday.
Hey, Jimmy, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
Happier than Paul Revere with a cell phone?
Why not?
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
For the glow show. Yeah, we down here on the ground. Yeah, we up above. Yeah, we up in the clouds. Yeah, we up.
Come alive with a refreshing taste of Lipton iced tea. Feel the taste.
It's the end of an era.
All that spare change I used to get.
Sorry, I spilled Bud Light on you.
I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
The crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer or go to shophonda.com for current offers. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible. For the Milwaukee Brewers, 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, 12 left. For the Cubs, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 stranded. 1 home run in this game. It was Wellington Castillo with his first. That was in the 2nd inning. Estrada over Jackson. Henderson gets the save. 40,083 watched it. It took 3 hours and 24 minutes. When you think about the weather conditions today, the Cubs kind of waited a little too long to hit the ball deep. I think you're right. I think Starlin Castro, if he hit that ball in the 3rd inning, that would have been a grand slam.
Yeah, he had the best swings of anybody in the Cubs club today. Had the double and the triple in that direction. Went one more time that way with Henderson out there. And yeah, if he gets that up in the air when the wind was blowing out, it probably carries out of here. So that was a missed opportunity, or break, I guess you would call it, because of the weather. Missed opportunities early. They had a leadoff double they didn't cash in. 1-out double. Couldn't get that in. If you just kind of push one of those runs across, maybe changes the dynamic there a little bit in the bottom half of the 9th. But this Estrada kid, he was awfully good today for Milwaukee.
Yeah, he really was. And Nori Aoki, I mean, is not the guy you think about having to stop in this Brewers lineup, but he had a huge year against the Cubs last year. I think he hit 400 and had a big day today.
Well, he does so many things well. We saw him with a bunt hit. He can hit the ball to all fields. He's got a little power. Hit 10 home runs last year, 30-plus doubles, runs well. He's a good player, and you know the unfortunate thing for the Cubs is they're catching the Brewers at a vulnerable time. Their bullpen's a mess. They got some people banged up and just couldn't take advantage of it here this afternoon.
Let's check out our Bud player of the game, and it is Marco Estrada. He gets the win. He's the first Brewers starter this year to complete 7 innings.
7 innings, 5 hits. He allowed just 2 runs, walked 1. That was the key. The Cubs walked a bunch of guys, and offensively the Cubs just aren't drawing enough walks. 1 walk today. They punched out 10 times.
Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. Great times are waiting. Grab some Buds. We're back with you tomorrow night. Game 2 of this 3-game series here on WGN. Once again, our final score. The Brewers 7, the Cubs 4. Cubs baseball in high definition brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. On WGN Local, stay tuned. The news is coming up at the top of the hour.
COPD makes it hard to breathe, but with Advair, I'm breathing better. So now, I can help make this a great block party.
Advair is clinically proven to help significantly improve lung function. Unlike most COPD medications, Advair contains both an anti-inflammatory and a long-acting bronchodilator working together to help improve your lung function all day.
Advair won't replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than twice a day. People with COPD taking Advair may have a higher chance of pneumonia. Advair may increase your risk of osteoporosis and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking Advair.
Ask your doctor if including Advair could help improve your lung function.
Advair Discus, fluticasone propionate, and salmeterol inhalation powder. Get your first prescription free and save on refills at advaircopd.com.
Open up to a fresh new world of taste at McDonald's. Introducing the new Premium McWrap. A blend of tender, juicy chicken and tantalizing fresh veggies in 3 captivating flavors. More than enough to pull you in.
Cherry berry chiller?
The new Premium McWrap. A whole new way to love McDonald's.
Lights, camera, action. The first night game of the year. Cubs, Brewers. Tuesday on WGN America.
Wait, that's not enough buildup. And?
High five, America. Because we're giving you great comedy 5 days a week.
5 days a week?
5 days a week.
Why, that deserves
the highest of 5s.
So when you think America, think 5.
Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's great comedy.
Give me what? 5.
5 days a week.
Freeze frame high five.
All week long, right here on WGN America.
Not leave a brother hanging. Woo!
Get more. More priceless moments. More adventures. More lovable animals. Get more. Bucketheads, British biting and kangaroo confrontations, baby blubber, freak accidents, ostrich races, mascot mayhem, vocal violence, hydroplaning, hammock havoc, airborne animals, athletic accidents, goofy golf, and kitten chaos. Get more of what you love. 3 full hours of America's Funniest Home Videos starts tonight at 7 on WGN America.